Hi everybody, you're welcome back to the channel. This is Tega. If this is your first time visiting this channel, you're very welcome. And if you're a subscriber or you visit the channel from time to time, thank you so much for coming. In this video today, I'll be showing you how to make a simple cowl kaftan. Now on the table, I've got my fabric laid, and the width of the fabric is 60 inches. And the total length of this fabric is 132 inches, right, which is about 3 meters and 15 inches. For this kaftan, I'll be using 120 inches for the entire length. When folded over, I will have 60 inches for the front panel and the back panel. So I'm going to start by laying my fabric like this. You can decide to cut the front panel before the back panel. That means you'll be cutting the shoulder. But because I don't want to cut my shoulder, I don't want to cut on the shoulder, I'll be laying it differently. So here's the fabric now. I've got the 60 on the width, which is the self edge to self edge right there. Now I'll be folding it over like that. I want 60 at the front and 60 inches at the back. Like I said, I'll be cutting the front and the back together, and I don't want a cut on the shoulder. So this is how you need to do yours. So I've got 60 on the width, and I'm folding over 60 inches at the front and 60 inches at the back. Remember, I'm cutting both panels together with no cut on the shoulder line to the sleeve, right? So after doing that, once you have your desired length, you want to fold the fabric over, right, like this. You fold it over like that and lay it properly on the table. You will have a place on fold there, and that is where you will cut your neckline and your shoulder to the sleeve. Moving on, this is the fabric properly laid. Now you should have something like this, and we will start to add the neckline measurement. For the neckline, the width is 4 inches. I'm taking 4 inches for the neck width, and I'm gonna take 4 inches for the neck depth. If you don't want it as wide as that, you can go for 3.5 by 3.5 inches. So this is my 4 by 4, and I'm gonna connect together. Now you wanna take your shoulder to hip line measurement. Your shoulder to hip line, whatever it is, 24, 25, make the marking, shoulder to hip, then draw a line after. For this cowl kaftan, I've done a tutorial before on this. You only need your hip line and your knee line, right? Your hip line and your knee line. On my knee line, I'm gonna come up by 5 inches. My knee line is 40, but I've come up by 5 inches, so I have 35 inches for my knee line. So whatever your knee line is from your shoulder, you need to come up by 5 inches. This allows for ease of movement. Because I used the entire width of the fabric, which is 60, and I folded it over, I have 30 inches when folded. Right, I don't need to cut any excess. I'm using the whole 30 inches. So I only need to mark the opening of the sleeve, which is 8 inches from the shoulder line. Next, you want to add your hip line measurement to your knee line. Your hip circumference divided by 4 Whatever you have, you want to add it on your knee line, not on the hip line. I'm on the knee line now, and I'm going to add my hip measurement. Your hip circumference divided by 4, whatever you have, make the marking, and you can add your seam allowance as well. So I've got that marked there. From that knee line, you want to rule a straight line all the way down. Whatever you have on your hip line plus the allowance, you want to make a straight line all the way down to the M line. Once that is done, you'll be connecting that knee line right up to the sleeve opening. And all you need to do is to come in at that sleeve opening. You come in by 1 inch. You just come in by 1 inch from the 8 inches you've marked. Come in by 1 inch and make a curve all the way to the knee line, right? Like that. And the cow, dress is ready. Very easy and straightforward. Once drafted, you're ready to cut. Take note that you're not making a very sharp cut there. Make it a bit curved out. I think mine's a bit sharp, but make sure it's a bit curvy over there. Here is the neckline, and that is the sleeve opening. Here I have my kaftan ready for stitching. But before then, we're gonna cut the facing for the neckline. And you're gonna fold the facing exactly the way we folded this old garment. Once it is folded, you want to make sure you have enough allowance, because I need about 1 inch to 1.5 inches for the width of the facing. You want to make sure you have enough fabric. Once you place the neckline on top of the extra piece, you want to trace the neckline with your chalk and take how much of width you want. I'll recommend 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And once that is done, you want to cut. As you can see, there's no cut on my shoulder line. So also my facing has no cut. So I don't need to join the facing together before applying the facing on the neckline. I've just got a round facing, and the neckline of my cowl kaftan as well is all round with no cut. So I'm going to stitch the same way. Before stitching the neckline with the facing together, you want to stitch the side, the sleeve opening, and all the side of your cowl kaftan all the way down to the hemline. And for your hem allowance, you want to take 1 inch. That will be fine. 1 inch to 1.5, whatever you have taken as your allowance. Like I said, the length of this dress is 60 inches. When I folded 1 inch up, I had 59 inches left as the length of this cowl kaftan. And now, as you can see, the fabric is stretchy. And here I've pinned down the neckline. What I did, I applied a glue tape. Once I stitched one side of it, I applied the glue tape. I did not hem the neckline. I applied the glue tape. And here I made a fascinator for the cowl kaftan. It was amazing. Cut it and glued everything together. There will be another tutorial on how to make this. The combination of a fascinator with a cowl kaftan, I tell you, is amazing. But in my video, I realized I didn't have the fascinator hand. But guys, the combination of these two was stunning. But if I tell you right now that this cowl kaftan came all the way through for me at a party, it did. I have to say this is a must-have for all the elegant women out there. It's very easy to make, non-complicated at all. If this video has been helpful, why don't you give it a like and subscribe if you haven't? And I'll see you in my next video. Till then, I want you to look after yourself and bye for now.